I hope my hair wasn't too effed up during this. I've had this braid in for like 4 days. My name is Hannah and this is my no-buy year. Surprise! This is me in full glam. I don't think I have filmed in a full beat yet on my channel ever. And when I say a full beat, what I mean is I'm wearing a full face of foundation and then everything on top of that. I've put this face on because I'm headed to a photo shoot today. I'm going to model the clothes I made this week for my website. So I just sat down and beat my face. And then I thought, as long as I'm in full drag, I might as well film my monthly favorites. I just don't like the look in person, for me, of makeup on my skin. I do my best when I put on my everyday face to wear no makeup as a base and then put on a heavy eye or lip or cheek if I want to. This face in person is a cake face. Like, you can see the makeup on my skin, and that's just not my personal style. When it comes to photo shoots or film, you can't really tell the difference between skin and this. Like, this just looks, I think in most lighting, in most studio lighting, this reads like real skin, and it definitely reads like skin in the pictures that we use for our product shots. So this is kind of like my stage makeup. I guess it'll be interesting when I'm editing to see how it ends up looking on film with my little ring light and my camera. I only have a couple of favorites this month and I'm gonna just bust right through them, but the first one I can't find. It was the Urban Decay Heavy Metals liner in the shade Distortion, and I'll definitely put a picture of it up on the screen. It's just one of those liquid glitter eyeliners that Urban Decay makes, and it's kind of an iridescent pinky glitter. That Urban Decay glitter liner was one of the things that I shopped my stash for this month. And then I forgot to review it during my next Shop My Stash video. I forgot to check in about it, which is too bad because I loved it. It was genuinely a favorite this month. And what I frequently did during the time period of that Shop My Stash is that I would use that glitter liner truly as a liner. I would just trace one line along my lash line, above my lashes obviously, but on my lid, right where my lashes are, right where my lashes connect to my lid. And that would be my only eye makeup. I would do that, it would dry down and it would stay really, really well throughout the day. I would just put on a bunch of mascara and maybe a strong lip, maybe not, and go. And it was wonderful because it was a very daytime look. It was very glitter for day. I'm really into anything that walks that line between editorial and wearable. So sequins for day, glitter for day, anything like that that's a little bit more than we usually expect for a daytime look, but that somehow works or is somehow used in a way that makes it really work for that context. So I love those glitter liners. I have the gold one too, Midnight Cowboy. I just hadn't been getting as much use out of the iridescent one because it was a little bit lower impact, and usually when I reach for glitter I want high impact. So it was exciting to branch out, and the iridescent glitter is perfect for that look because it's invisible from some angles. So you don't see a line of glitter when you look at me when I have that look on. You just kind of see glitter twinkling among the lashes when I turn my head. I'm into it. Another one of my favorites this month were the shadows that I put into my Z palette to take with me when I went to Portland for the Tango Festival. I did want to bring enough shadows to be able to really go ham with some exciting looks, and that is what I did. So this is the Z palette that I put together. These are ColourPop products, and this is a Wet n Wild blush. This is the highlight bronzer blush. These were the face products that I brought with me. And then these two shadows right here are from JD Glow Cosmetics, an indie brand, and they are some of my favorites from the month just because of the looks that I was able to do with them when I was in Portland. And it's because they are so intense and glittery. They look kind of similar in the pan. They look very similar actually looking in the monitor, but they're not the same. I think I swatched these in my eyeshadow video, but they bear swatching more than once. Yeah, there we go. Good God is the lighter, more unicorn colored one, and Unexpected is the one that has a bit of a green shift. And not only did I wear these on my eyes when I was dancing in Portland and really got a lot of mileage out of the intensity of these shadows, but I also, one night, I kind of chipped a little bit of the shadows out of the pan, both colors, mixed it together, mixed it in with a bunch of body lotion, and coated my body with it, and it was gorgeous. These are really beautiful powdery glitters to mix into a body product, and I was very pleased with the effect. I loved it, and they're definitely my favorites for the month just because of the couple of nights that they helped me look really glamorous and sparkly when I was dancing tango in Portland. The rest of these shadows are ColourPop, and it's a mix of singles and some shadows that I depotted from palettes. And they are also a favorite of the month. This palette, this Z palette that I put together, when I started thinking back over the month and thinking about which of my products really came through for me, the Z palette that I put together for my trip to Portland popped right into my mind. And it was partly because of those intense JD Glow glittery shadows, and partly just because I love the ColourPop formula so much, and I haven't been using it because I've been doing Shop My Stash, I've been reaching for other things. But for this trip, I set Shop My Stash aside and I just went for the best of the best of the best for what I wanted for that weekend. And I was so happy with the way that the shadows that I took with me performed, and I just enjoyed wallowing in my favorites. And you might go as far as to say that single shadows and the concept of being able to curate a palette is kind of a standout for the month for me. If you watched my eyeshadow video, you know this, but I didn't really get into single shadows until the very end of 2017. I kind of forced myself to collect some single shadows in a panic during November and December because I knew my no-buy year was coming and I felt weird about never having gotten into single shadows. And now I'm glad I did it. I enjoyed this palette in a way that I'm not sure I've ever enjoyed a pre-curated palette. And it's funny, I never thought I'd say that because I love palettes. I love how collectible and perfect and planned and structured they are. I love feeling like you're receiving tips and encouragement towards certain kinds of looks from the designer or the makeup artist who's behind the brand. I just really love palettes, but I might love building my own palettes more. I was really into this shiny red lipstick for a while, and you may have seen me wear it. I used it in my first attempt at a tutorial. I used it in my empties video for March, and I just popped it on for that empties video on a whim, and then I absolutely loved how it looked. I've never really thought I would be into a shiny red lipstick, and this is kind of the only one that I have that's really that lacquer look, but I'm really into it and I've been wearing it a lot. It's definitely been one of my most reached for lip products this month. And if I didn't say it already, this is the lipstick Queen Vesuvius lipstick in the color Coral. And it's a really liquidy lipstick that you paint on with a little brush. You twist it and it comes out. If you want to see how it applies and how it works, just watch my grungy red smoky eye demonstration. I'll link to it. The other lip product that really came through for me this month was the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I've just been reaching for this as a default every time I don't know what I want to put on my mouth, every time I just feel like I need something nourishing with a little kick. I've always loved this product. I've loved it since I first bought it. And then I kind of forgot about it and it languished for a while, and it's just risen back to the top of my collection over this past month, and I've been reminded of how amazing it truly is. I absolutely love this gloss. And I don't have very many glosses, or that's wrong. I have a number of glosses that I just never reach for. But the fact that this one isn't sticky at all. It feels so liquidy and nourishing, then it's so shiny and it's so sexy, and the big doe foot is so sensual and plump, and the whole experience is just very smooth and plump and sexy and fruity. It's the kind of thing that I reach for when I need a little pickup on a day that's not given me much opportunity to indulge in makeup or to enjoy makeup. It's like if I have a bare face and just a little something on the lips, if it's the Fenty Gloss Bomb, I'm feeling good. This product from The Ordinary has also been languishing in the back of my drawer for a while. It's the Azelaic Acid Suspension 10%. I think I'm saying that right. Azelaic Acid Suspension 10%. I got this way back when The Ordinary first became a thing. I was really excited about the fact that they were offering these beautiful ingredients at such low prices, and I did a ton of research about the different ingredients that they were offering to try to find which ones would be ideal for my skin. And azelaic acid emerged at the front of the pack as being perfect for acne-prone and textured skin and skin that's recovering from scarring and redness. Just every issue that I have, it seemed like azelaic acid would be a godsend. So I immediately ordered this and I was so excited about it. And then when I started trying to incorporate it into my skincare routine, I had a hard time because it's in a silicone suspension. This is a 10% azelaic acid cream, but it's a silicone cream, and so it doesn't layer. It has to be the last step. And it also doesn't layer well underneath makeup. It pills. It's a pilly silicone product. So that means it has to be the last step, and it has to be used at night. And it just didn't fit into my routine. I tried to use it, I couldn't use it. For a while I thought because it was silicone-y I could try to use it as a primer, but then it didn't work under makeup, and it just kind of languished. It fell to the side. It's not in any of my skincare categories, it's just kind of this extra thing. For some reason, this month, I dug it back out again and I was like, I really want to make this work. I became resolved to incorporate it into my routine by varying my routine from night to night. And this is a thing I've been doing more lately. My mind is starting to open away from the intense pressure to use all of my really beautiful, expensive, nice skincare every single night. I used to really think that I needed to build a routine in which everything fit perfectly and layered perfectly, and then use that routine consistently every single night to get the most benefits out of my skincare. And I'm starting to realize that I can like trade off night to night. I can use Luna one night and UFO oil the next night, and that's fine. It's okay. I'm getting enough benefits, especially given how expensive they are. It's okay to use Good Genes one night and then use this the next night. And then sometimes I layer this with Good Genes, even though they're both acids. I've just been experimenting with it. Anyway, opening my mind about the order in which I use my skincare and the frequency with which I use my skincare has allowed me to start experimenting with this enough to really find out what it does. And what it does is freaking amazing. What it does is a dream. When I use this, and it's almost gone because I've been using it really frequently. When I use this, I wake up with baby smooth skin. It just smooths away texture. And I should probably have done more research to find out why and how it does that before I got on here and started declaring it my favorite, because I can't really tell you like why. All I know is that I've been using this as my last step. I'll put it over oils, I'll put it over Good Genes. Good Genes also has silicone in it, so it's usually my last step or second to last step. And it feels like a primer. Like it's very silicone-y and smoothie feeling, but you can kind of feel the acid working from time to time. It's a powerful acid for your skin. Every time I use it, I wake up and I wash my face and my face just feels like I had microdermabrasion done. It just feels like a beautiful, soft, smooth, clean slate. And I do think it's also helping to brighten some of my scars. I just It's a phenomenal product. I'm so happy that my no-buy year has driven me to reach into the cracks and crevices of my skincare drawer and start finding ways to make work products that I had given up on. I love this product. It's a favorite this month. It's going to continue to be a favorite, I think. And it's only about $10, I believe. I believe it's definitely not more than $15. It's very affordable for how powerful it is. I couldn't be happier with this. I'm really excited about the Ordinary Azelaic Acid 10%. So that does it for my super quick favorites. I am going to run off and do my photo shoot now and finish the rest of my day's work. If you have any questions about these products, or if you want to share any of your favorites, please put that in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll remember to take extra good care of yourself this week so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world. I hope my hair wasn't too effed up during this. I've had this braid in for like 4 days. Has it been like this the whole time? Is this horrible? It's editorial, darling. You just don't understand me.